Do you think J.R. Smith will ever move past what happened in Game 1? Ever? Or is that going to be the thing we always remember?
The only way he can move past this is Cleveland wins the NBA title this year. That's it. Because, and when you make mistakes, when you make a mistake that everybody else can make, it's always going to come up in conversation. If you do something athletically and you get beat by somebody and he just is better than you on that day or at that moment, it's not like we make fun of you. But anytime somebody calls a timeout and they don't have a timeout, it's Chris Webber. Always. Now it's going to be, do you know the score? Who are you, J.R. Smith? It's always going to happen that way. Jose Canseco had 500 home runs. We remember him as the guy who had the ball go off his head. If you do stupid things, that's what you're going to be remembered for. And there are moments that people can go, how did you make that mistake? If you're Dennis Eckersley and you gave up a backdoor slider to Kirk Gibson, I mean, that's just baseball. That's, a great pitcher, great hitter, great moment, and he beats you. You don't, it's not one of those that you make fun of Eckersley that he gave up the home run. It was, we praise Gibson for doing something incredible like that. But with Chris Webber, didn't know that they didn't have a timeout. JR didn't know what time it was. I mean, I'm curious if somebody comes up with a J.R. Smith watch where, it's never on time. Like, I don't know. I don't think JR moves past this unless they win the title. Yeah, Paul.
There's some athletes I feel bad for because they had nice careers, not Hall of Fame, but nothing to be embarrassed about. But if I say the name Dan Orlovsky.
Going out of the end zone.
Yeah, but running and 8 steps out of the end zone. Yeah. If I say Gus Frerotte.
Banging his head against the wall.
Yeah, and he had a decent NFL career.
Yeah.
The one you always say, Jackie Smith, is the unfair one, the tight end.
Now, I mean, he dropped the ball. That wasn't a stupid play.
Leon Lett,
stupid play.
You don't put Jackie Smith. That's different because it was just a drop pass. But but people talk about the Jackie Smith drop a lot.
Well, because the magnitude of it. But it's not that you can say, how did you drop that ball? But this is still a football play. Whereas Leon Lett was just being stupid. Yeah, Paul.
Leon Lett was a very good player. He made 2 Pro Bowls and has 3 Super Bowl rings, but is known for getting the ball knocked out of his hand.
Yeah.
What's the guy who ran backwards?
Jim Marshall.
Vikings.
With the Vikings.
Great player.
And Jim's a Hall of Famer, right? And he's known for running backwards on that play. So you have those moments, and JR's not going to get past that. But he's had a couple other goofy moments, too. It's magnified because it's in the NBA Finals. It's when you make the mistake. If Chris Webber doesn't know how many timeouts, and it's a regular season game against Ohio State when he's in college, okay, it's a footnote. This was in a national title game. But if he wins the game, then, it's softened considerably. If the Cavs had somehow won game 1 in spite of J.R. Smith, it'd still be mentioned, but it'd be a little bit softened by the fact that they won that game. And the only way they're going to be able to, he can get out from underneath this is they win the NBA Finals. That's it. But, somehow, LeBron's future is attached to tonight's game 3. I don't know what that means. If he wins, is he likely to stay? Or is it only if he loses tonight, then all of a sudden that here we go again, LeBron has got to leave because this supporting cast. Yeah, Paul.
Leon Lett, by the way, is 2 for Tuesday. He had the field goal. Remember the field goal block against the Miami Dolphins? And he ran down in the snow.
Super Bowl and the fumble. That did, leave the ball, don't try to pick it up.
Do anything but touch it.
On Thanksgiving, and then he went and fumbled. And then he was going in for a touchdown, and Don Beebe ran him down and knocked the ball out of his hands in the Super Bowl right before the goal line. So, yeah, Leon Lett.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.